New York, Luxor, Mandalay, Excalibur, they're all right now on
investigation
lockdown.
and response, we determined there was a shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay.
They identified a gunman as 64-year-old Stephen Paddock.
And then everyone was just going to get down. We really didn't
26
have
wounded,
nowhere to
12
go.
of them in critical condition, and 2 fatalities so far, but that is obviously
bottles. And now look at this. This gate was actually in concrete, and the crowd kind of pushed their way through this. And as you kind of watch,
58 people now dead, more than 500 people wounded in a horrific shooting in the Las Vegas Strip. It's the deadliest mass shooting in modern United States history.
My name is Marissa Jimenez, and I'm a survivor of the Route 91 shooting. At the time of the shooting, I was 29. I was coming up on 30. I was about 3 months away from being 30. So this is something that I was really looking forward to. It was going to be the end of my 20s and kind of onto a new chapter. For Lindsay and I, this was the 4th time we've been out to Vegas for Route 91. We were there the first inaugural year when the headliners were Blake Shelton, Jason Aldean, and Miranda Lambert. It was the first year, and we didn't really know what to expect because we had been to Stagecoach earlier that year. And we had a lot of fun, but then we saw Route 91 was going to be in Vegas in October, better weather, and cheaper than Stagecoach. We'd get a lot closer. So we went the first year, had a really good time, and we told our friend Courtney that she had to come next year. So the past 3 years, the 3 of us had made it a tradition to go to Route 91 each year. Except this time, when we went, all of us had kind of a weird feeling about this weekend. It was something that was different, but none of us could really say what it was or even put a reason to why. The first night, Eric Church was the headliner, and he played about a 2-hour long set to where we were basically at the front of the stage on the right side watching his set. The next day, the headliner was going to be Sam Hunt, so we waited all day. I have video being right next to the barricade. The catwalk was probably 10 feet in front of us on the right side of the stage and just having the best time. And then on Sunday, everything was normal.
All right, what y'all say we pick it back up just a little bit?
And then by the time Jason Aldean came on, we've seen him more than our fair share of times. So we thought we maybe would leave towards the middle of the set because we pretty much knew his set list by this point. He only got about 4 or 5 songs in, and everything was going normal. And then we heard a noise that sounded like poppers that were going off right next to us.
All of a sudden we hear the pop, 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 and we just thought it was fireworks.
It just kept going and going. It was insane.
And I could see the flashes from the Mandalay Bay, and I said, I see where it's coming.
So Lindsay's first thought was that it was poppers. Courtney and I said, no, that's way too loud. And then we heard the first round go off. And we were kind of in shock, because this sort of thing doesn't happen to us. I hid with about 7 other people behind a storage container, hoping that if bullets did come by us, it would either kill me instantly or that it would hold up. And all I kept thinking was, this is in front of my parents. They've already been through enough, and I need to make it out.
It's fireworks! It's fireworks! Stop!
My sister was in a hit-and-run accident in June of 2017. She had just been released from the hospital at the end of August. I didn't have time to grieve while she was in the hospital. So when it came time that we were in Vegas, it was supposed to be a time that I could forget everything and kind of just focus on a tradition that we've done every year.
It was hard to see even the bodies that are outside down the street here that were carried probably a half a mile from the incident. Honestly, I probably pronounced 15 to 20 people inside. It's a very sad day.
And I only called my mom after the shooting stopped. I called her and she said, "Oh, was the concert over already?" And that's when it hit me. I said, "Mom, there was a shooter at the concert." She said, "What?" And I said it again, and I started hyperventilating. I was like, "Oh my God, there was a shooter. Like, this really happened." The next morning, we had posted on Facebook, we had texted our friends, saying we saw the news, we're safe, we're okay. And it wasn't until that next morning that we started getting phone calls and texts as people woke up to the news of what happened. And then with that, a newscaster reached out to Courtney from San Diego, and he interviewed us the morning after.
Courtney Selhurst, a San Diego native. She was at the festival with two friends, both from LA.
Gotta stay alive. Honestly.
Do whatever it takes.
Gotta keep going. I've never run so fast in my life.
During that time, the girls got separated, and Marissa Jimenez ended up alone for a brief time looking for an exit while trying to dodge a barrage of bullets.
I was thinking about my family. My sister was in a hit-and-run accident when she was riding her bicycle. She spent 9 weeks in the ICU. And I thought, I have to make it. My parents are still caring for her, and I have to make it back to them. And so that kept me going. I just said, keep running. I have to make it back to them.
When I went home, there wasn't much of a reaction. It's just, they were glad to see that I was okay. I didn't have any physical scars. So I kind of got swept under the rug. They were happy to see me. Wasn't anything they could do. This is Margot. She's my four-legged companion. Emotional support animal, child. She keeps me on track or keeps me distracted, whichever she's feeling. She definitely gives me a purpose and making sure I at least have someone to care for. Otherwise, just trying to care for myself can be difficult. Someone who relies on me solely. Oh, there she goes. Alright, go on. Or maybe does not need me. It took me a couple weeks to get into with a therapist. My first interaction wasn't pleasant. She basically told me that I couldn't have PTSD because it had been less than a month since the shooting, and really showed no sympathy for what I went through. So I was kind of jolted. So I made sure I got a different therapist. I've only met her once, and I'm definitely gonna be seeing her more. She's very sensitive and just willing to take everything that I'm saying. The first big hurdle for me was finally going back to see a concert, and I wanted it to be a country artist. So Lindsay and I went to go see Chase Rice at the House of Blues in Anaheim, and that was a big step for us. We had to be in a closed venue with a lot of people. It was close to sold out, and so we kind of just hung out in the back, kind of just let the night be. We took it easy, and for us it was a great experience. It was a great way to get us back into something that we love. We didn't want that to be taken away from us. But I think our next big hurdle is going to be actually going back to Las Vegas.
Find a way to get out, find a way to take cover, find a way to get away from whatever's happening.
Fortunately, the three were able to reunite to the MGM hotel where they're staying, and after plenty of hugs, tears, and confusion, they say Vegas will never be the same to them and will unfortunately always carry this pain with them.
When we go back, I feel like that's going to be something really important that we need to face.